This is Mabel, and welcome to Thrive at the Top, the podcast where we explore the intersection of leadership, human performance, and the systems that shape how people work. Today, we begin a new series, and I'm excited about this one, Human Performance 2030, because the future of work is not simply about technology, productivity, or efficiency. It's about whether organizations can continue to perform without exhausting the human beings expected to deliver that performance. And that starts with one of the most misunderstood issues in business: burnout. We have misdiagnosed burnout. For years, burnout has been framed as an individual responsibility. Someone is overwhelmed, someone lacks boundaries, someone needs to rest more, recover better, be more resilient. But that framing is incomplete, because if the same organization continues producing exhausted people, that is no longer an individual problem. It becomes a design problem. Burnout is rarely caused by one difficult week. It is caused by sustained exposure to environments where demand consistently exceeds capacity, urgency overrides recovery, ambiguity is consistent, support is inconsistent, and pressure becomes normalized. Burnout is not simply someone unable to cope. Often, it's the predictable output of a system asking too much of its people for too long. Why does this matter now? The reason this conversation matters more than ever is because work is becoming faster, more complex, more ambiguous, more cognitively demanding. We are asking people to process more information, make more decisions, and switch context faster than ever before. And at the same time, many organizations are still designing as if human capacity is unlimited. But people are not machines. They do not maintain peak output indefinitely. And yet, many leaders continue to build organizations around that assumption. So what is the real cost of burnout? Burnout is not just about exhaustion. It impacts judgment, emotional regulation, creativity, communication, decision quality, risk tolerance, and leadership effectiveness. And in high pressure environments, that becomes dangerous, because burnout does not simply reduce engagement, it degrades performance. And when enough people are operating at that state, the organization becomes slower, more reactive, and more fragile. So where are leaders getting it wrong? Most organizations respond to burnout with downstream interventions. They offer resilience workshops, well-being apps, awareness campaigns, EAP reminders. Those things may help individuals cope. We're not denying that, but they do not fix the conditions creating the problem. You cannot meditate your way out of structural overload. You cannot workshop your way out of poor system design. If your people are consistently burning out, the question is not, how do we support them better? The question now becomes, what in our operating model is creating this? So what should leaders be asking? Instead of asking whether people are coping, leaders should be asking, is the workload realistic for the pace of demand? Are our leaders creating clarity or adding pressure? Are we rewarding urgency over sustainability? Have we confused high performance with over-functioning? And are our systems designed around human limits or simply business ambition alone? Because this is where mature organizations differ. They do not simply push harder, they design better. So as we close this conversation, I want to reiterate to you, burnout is not evidence of weak people. It is often evidence of strong people operating too long inside a weak system. And over the next decade, organizations that fail to understand this are the ones that are going to struggle. Because the future will not reward businesses that extract the most from people. It will reward those that build systems where people can sustain excellence over time. So if you are serious about future-proofing your organization, start looking beyond perks and programs. Start assessing whether your systems are designed for sustainable performance. Because burnout is not a well-being issue. What does that even mean? As I always say, well-being is an outcome. It's the result of putting everything in place. Then we get the result of well-being. So burnout is definitely something leadership should be dealing with. It's definitely something that needs to be designed better and increasingly becoming a governance issue. If this episode resonated with you, I want to challenge you with one question. Is burnout in your organization truly an individual matter, or is it a symptom of how your system is designed? Because if you are seeing pressure, fatigue, disengagement, or high turnover in your teams, it may be time to stop treating the symptoms and assess the symptom. If you are seeing pressure, fatigue, disengagement, or high turnover in your teams, it may be time to stop treating the symptoms and assess your system. Comment below and share your perspective. I would love to know, do you believe burnout is primarily personal or is it structural? And if you're leading a team or an organization and want to understand where human performance risk may be building in your system, connect with us at Complete Wellbeing Global to learn more about our human performance optimization systems and diagnostics. This is Mabel, and until next time, lead well, live well, and don't just survive at the top, thrive.